Hello and welcome to NDTV. This is a very special interview because I have a very special guest, Katy Perry. Welcome back to India and welcome to Mumbai.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to finally be here.
And we are very happy to have you here. Did you get some time to rest? When did you get in?
I got in at like 2 a.m. this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I've had about 3 hours of sleep, but I feel good. But ask me in about 3 hours. Or you won't be able to because I'll be asleep.
Okay, tell me, I just saw some pictures on your social media that you celebrated your birthday in Cairo and we saw Orlando and you on a camel.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Oh my gosh, it was a once in a lifetime magical trip that I always wanted to take. I'd been planning it for about 6 years.
Wow.
And I finally went and it was just everything. It superseded my expectations.
Really?
We had such incredible, soulful, spiritual moments in Egypt. It is all the magic and more.
Amazing.
And I also, I've just, now I'm like, I haven't had the palate for, intense Indian food or Arabic food, and I was eating it for so long when I was there that now I crave it.
You crave it.
So
okay.
I'm so happy to be back. I was getting on the flight and I was like, I need some Arabic coffee, I need some dates, I want some curry, let's go.
Yeah, fond of Indian food as well?
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Good. You were here last time as well. What are your best memories of India?
Well, the last time I was here in Chennai 7 years ago for the IPL. The IPL game, it was quick.
Yeah.
And I was,
didn't get time.
I didn't get as much time. I was a little jet lagged, and sometimes the jet lag can take the fun out of things because you're like, I don't know what to do. But ever since I started meditating and putting better things into my body, I can really acclimate quicker.
Right.
So I had to meditate when I got in at 5 a.m. when I was about to go to bed. And that's been really helpful. So I think, and I'm here for longer, so I get to really immerse myself this time.
So this is your third trip to India, right?
My second professional trip, my fourth trip in whole.
Where all was it?
I was married one time 10 years ago, and I got married in Rajasthan. It was amazing. It was so beautiful, yeah. I got engaged there, and then I got married there.
Right. Did it take a lot of convincing for OnePlus to get you here?
Not a lot of convincing. I just wanted to know that it was going to be pro.
Right.
And they have such a community of fans and young people, so it was a built-in audience in a way, and people that we could trust and vet. I was saying earlier in the press conference that it can be difficult to bring the type of show that the artist wants to bring sometimes to harder to reach places, places in India. And this way I can really bring my show and give the kids what they see online. And it's not just a version of that. They get the prime material.
Wow.
Yeah.
When someone pitches a concert to you in a new place, what's on your mind? What should be there? What are your do's and don'ts?
Well, when someone pitches a concert in a new place, if I'm not on tour, when I'm on tour, I usually know I'm going to get to certain areas in the world. But if it's kind of a one-off like this, I go, okay, well, when's the last time I was there? And have I ever been to this place? Do I want to go? Is there a need? Are there fans? Are people interested in my music? Am I going with someone that I can trust, like OnePlus? So all those things really added up perfectly, and I was like, of course. It was so easy to say yes to this. It's not always easy because sometimes you do hear about things, promoters that can't get it together or shows or things like that in more harder to reach places. And I have such a great team that vets that for me.
Fantastic.
And AEG always vets that for me.
Wow. Suppose cameras were not following you and you had your day off in Mumbai.
Yeah.
What have you heard? What would you go out and do?
Well, what can I go to if in the traffic? What time should I leave?
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I mean, I live in Los Angeles. It's probably similar.
Right.
It would be a little bit of the eating, of the shopping, of the seeing monuments. I'm kind of interested in going to the Elephant Cave thing.
Yeah.
If I get enough time. I love really ancient things. I have seen the Taj Mahal. I have been on a tiger reserve. I have seen some beautiful palaces. I'd love to go to a market.
Okay.
So I'd probably be very low profile going to a market at some point.
How interesting. Katy, you have 85.5 million followers on Instagram, 108.2 million on Twitter. What goes on your mind before you share something with them?
Check my spelling first and foremost. You know, there's a combination of things. It's just like always I always test it with a couple of my trusted team to see, is this the right message? Is this necessary? Right. How are people going to take it? Right. Is this the right timing? Is this, and then there's a lot of beautiful things. You know, sometimes it's very off the cuff, and then sometimes it's very curated. Right. It's a combination. And you know, I've been a part of social media since its genesis. Really.
Right. You know, Katy, people like you have done so much work, and then you came on social media, and then people start following you. Nowadays, it's different for younger people. They become famous instantly. Some are talented, some are not talented. But how do you see this influencer explosion, and what do you want to tell them that they should always keep in mind?
Well, I mean, it's a different level. I mean, I think that. What is your priority? What are you contributing? Right. Are you trying to be famous for the sake of being famous? Right. Or are you contributing something artistically?
Is that right? Is that wrong?
I'm not to judge. Their own. You know, it's their own provocative. Right. But for me, being famous is a byproduct of my art. Right. It wasn't my intention when I started out, but it's just something that happens because of
your work.
But I don't want to be known. I don't want to be known just for being colorful and fun and blah blah. Right. I want to be known as contributing great songs and great musical messages.
Lovely.
And so I think it's really about like figuring out what you can really positively contribute to the world. And is there a need for it? Is there a need for more selfies?
Right.
Not sure.
Right. There's last night when I was doing research for this interview, I came across a clip of you at a hotel in Dallas when you heard yourself first time on the radio.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, is that a correct clip? Is that the true story?
Yeah, that's the correct. I mean, that's when my first single, I Kissed a Girl. Yeah. That's the very first time I heard it on like real radio. Right. I had heard very small previous buzzy songs that I'd done, but I was like, this one is the one. I Kissed a Girl is the one that shot me into the world, you know? That was it. And I used to blog a lot or vlog a lot, 10 years ago. I've always been, in the beginning of that.
Right. Is it true that you have a long list of song titles always with you at all times?
Yeah.
And then what's the next step?
Well, the song titles or kind of ideas, they're either ideas or titles or kind of one sentences and stuff like that. They they're just they're parts of little stories that I can tell bigger stories when I get into the studio. So I come into the studio and it's either a beat that's happening or we're on guitar or what have you, and that's how a song starts.
Wow.
I'm very vocal. I'm not. If you want an opinion from me, I will give it to you. I'm very. I'm not kind of, whatever, or I'm like, nope, let's do this, or here's what it's going to be today, and then we talk about it. Of course, right. It's a team effort. But in my whole life, I'm pretty direct. I'm very direct.
That's amazing. Does that get
Sometimes it's a little hard sometimes, but yeah.
You prefer that? Does that get you into trouble?
No, I mean, I don't mince words.
That's amazing. That's great. Orlando has a lot of fans in India. Yeah. This is your 4th trip. Any chances you will convince him you all will come here together? India is an interesting place for...
Yeah. No, I mean, India is so large, and there's so much to see in India. I think I'm definitely advancing Mumbai for him.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. That's good news.
That's what I like to do. Is I'll go on these trips. Right. And, I have a wonderful team that comes with me, and we get to really taste the wonder of the city. Right. And then I'll be like, okay, babe, we're going back, and then we're going to hit this place, this, have a real understanding of the city.
Right. When we sent out a question on the social media, Harleys in Hawaii was everyone's all-time favorite just because it's now. Is there some trivia that you want to share with your fans about shooting, something that comes to your mind while making it?
Making Harleys in Hawaii. I mean, well, one of the interesting things is I got my motorcycle license
for this,
okay. But I had never ridden on a Harley.
Okay.
And Harleys are heavy. You know, they're really heavy and they're very solid. But there's other bikes that are not as heavy, you know, and that's what I was training on. So the first time I got on a Harley Davidson was to shoot my first shot for the music video.
And where was this?
And this was in Kauai, Hawaii.
Okay.
And Kauai, Hawaii is one of my favorite places. It is my favorite place in Hawaii.
Wow. Okay.
It is the most lush, most tropical, most living, you know, place in Hawaii. And I wanted to kind of pay my respect to that place that I, you know, that has given me so many great memories. I've had many holidays there, many Christmases, brought many friends and family.
Lovely. I guess you're going to eat out a lot, so bon appetit for that. And hope you have a good stay and looking forward to your concert.
Thank you so much. See you on the 16th.